Hello guys, welcome back to another World Zero video. Now, before we get started, I have a question for everyone. How does World Zero feel to you? Like, how does the game feel to you? Does it feel grindy? Does it feel fun? Is the game boring? Is the game exciting? Like, how do you feel about World Zero? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because I'm generally curious what the community feels like right now. At least with me personally, I sort of feel like the game has become a bit stale, maybe a bit too grindy for me. And we're going to talk about why in a second, but I really want to know how you guys feel about the game, because I feel like, the more that we speak up about this and we let the devs know about how we feel about the game, the more like updates that we'll get that are tailored towards the community as a whole, instead of just like what these group of people want. But with that being said, let's actually talk about why I think the updates feel grindy, or why I think the game feels grindy, and why I think the game feels a bit stale for me. And it does have to do with grind. It has to do a lot with grind. I feel like, and I could be wrong about this, some people might feel differently, but I feel like the game has gotten very, very grindy, very fast, to the point where it just exhausts players and people don't want to come back to the game after a while, because the last time they played it, they felt so drained and just so exhausted that they don't want to come back. And I've noticed that. I've noticed that with my own community. After the last Go season we had, which I know everyone can agree, that season was not the best, especially when it came to rewarding players who actually put the time in. That season was not the best, and it felt very repetitive. But we all know that already. We all know that. But I do want to say it did have a long-lasting effect. And sorry if I'm stuttering all over the place or my words are all over the place. I'm sort of just talking to you guys off script. I mean, I normally I do anyways, but I'm just giving you guys my current thought process, without having to sit there and write a script, or, I just want to give you guys the raw emotion. But I do feel the game has gotten very grindy. I do feel the game has really toned down on the fun side of World Zero. And I think that we should probably start getting updates that are more fun, at least in my personal opinion. Some of the updates just feels like you have to grind. For example, the new updates that we've gotten, let's not ever talk about the last Guild season, because I feel like that's just so easy to nitpick. Let's talk about the most recent updates. So, for example, the pet revamp system. Recently, I think like 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, they revamped the pet system. So now you have to level up your pet all over again, which I do somewhat like, because you have like this whole new system where you can swap perks and swap the way your pet looks. And I do like that whole system. I mean, I've been asking for stuff like that for a while. I've been asking for stuff like that with the armors. So I do appreciate that when it comes with the pet fusion. The one part that I don't appreciate is that I have to level up my pet all over again, and I have to sit there and feed him 500 Sundays just to get him to my level. And that's at the current level. We already know that we're going to get a new max level when World 10 comes out. So that's even more Sundays and more pet food that you have to feed your pet to level it up. And right now, a lot of people might not have a problem with it, because everyone on World Zero is stocked up with pet food because we never really had a use for it. But when that runs out, oh yeah, you're going to have to grind for that pet food. Now, pet food isn't the hardest thing to get, to be honest with you, especially for players who've been playing for a while. But the new players, oh man, I feel bad for them. Now, I do think your pet does level up with you, so that is a plus. But then again, it is still something that you have to grind for. It's still something that you have to put, a decent amount of time in. Just to not even get the reward that you're looking for, because you do have to sit there and grind for pet perks. You do have to sit there and get, a bunch of pet eggs and hatch them and see what perks you get, just so you can get the right perks that you want for your pet fusion. So it does have a grinding side to it. It does have a side to it where you have to grind. And I feel like that shouldn't be there. Same thing with this most recent update. Literally the update that we just got, I think yesterday, by the time this video goes up. Even this update, like, encourages people to grind heavily, and people have been. So if you guys notice in the background gameplay, and I'm gonna have the gameplay on loop because I'm gonna be honest with you, I just couldn't play World Zero for more than 10 minutes, just because I feel very exhausted. But even in the background gameplay, you guys will notice that I only have one score on the community board, and that's from the dungeon I did. Now, granted, the dungeon only took like 3 minutes, so the dungeon was a breeze to go through. And I played on a normal difficulty. I didn't play on a challenge mode. Challenge mode probably would have took twice as long, and it probably would have been twice as annoying to do. But I didn't do it on challenge mode. I did it on normal mode, and it was fine. It felt fine. But take a look at the leaderboard. There's like people in the 200s. So let's say the dungeon, for most people, on average takes 3 minutes to complete, which 3 minutes is not a whole lot of time. That's very quick. How many minutes are you putting into the game to get to 200? I mean, the update came out yesterday. It's been out for a day. That literally means this person or these people have been grinding these dungeons non-stop since the update came out over a day ago. Like, you're in the 200s, probably in the 300s by the time this video goes up. So, and that's crazy. That's a lot of time that people are putting in. Now, don't get me wrong. If you guys are very passionate about the game, you want to, grind it, you want to put the time in, that's great. I'm not knocking you for doing that. But I do feel like that these type of updates are going to destroy the community eventually. It's going to catch up with players. Some players it already caught up with, me included, where we feel exhausted. We feel like we don't want to get on just to grind. We want to get on and have fun. And this doesn't feel fun. Like, getting on and basically forcing yourself to do a normal dungeon, even though it only takes 3 minutes, forcing yourself to do a normal dungeon 100 times, 200 times just to be at the top of the leaderboard every day is a lot. It's a lot. And I feel like moving forward, I don't know how the new guild season will be. I haven't really been looking too much into it. I do know that they plan on making the new guild season less repetitive, so that's a good thing. But I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be. But if the developers are watching, please, and don't take this the wrong way. I love World Zero. I've been playing the game for 4 years. I am very passionate about World Zero. Like, I want to see this game succeed. I want to see this game with tens of thousands, 100,000 players on it. This game has this game has what it takes. The models look amazing. The maps look amazing. The worlds look amazing. The animations are amazing. The classes are fun. This game has what it takes. But I feel like the more we get these Grindfest updates, the more you're going to push the community down, because not everyone wants to grind, and it's going to catch up. Even the people who do like to grind is going to catch up with them eventually. Like, it's going to get to a point where they're going to be like, wow, I have to put in 10, 15 hours a week on World Zero just to keep up. You know what? I don't want to do that anymore. Players are going to start thinking like that. And what's going to happen? They're going to stop playing the game. AKA, the game is going to start dying. It's going to start losing players. Updates are going to become, more rarely, I guess, if that's the way to put it. Updates are going to come less because there's less players playing. So what's the point of updating the game if there's less people, right? So I feel like we need fun updates. Updates that don't encourage people to play, 3-4 hours a day just to even compete. Updates that make the game fun. And I can give you guys a couple suggestions. Like, the community has been giving you guys a couple suggestions. Mini games. Like, mini games would be very fun for the community. Stuff like mount racing or stuff like what's some other mini games? I do know some people were talking about like they want to be able to play as their pet or play as their mount, which I think would be pretty cool if you could play as your pet or play as your mount. Maybe little mini games with our pets. Maybe like, I don't know if you guys ever play Wizard 101, but in that game you can sort of play as your pet and you can like do like little mini games to level up your pet. Maybe we had something like that with World Zero to where we can level up our pet, not just by feeding it pet candy all day, but we can level up our pet by playing as our pet and doing little challenges as our pet. Like, hey, like for example, complete this maze in 5 minutes as your pet and you get 1,000 pet XP or something. I'm just throwing it out there. that probably doesn't sound that fun, but I'm just throwing it out there. Stuff like that. Like, just add more fun features or fun updates to the game, and I promise you, you will see that player count skyrocket. The only there's proof of this. So you know how when we get a Halloween update or a Christmas update, how the player count skyrockets? Because those updates are fun. Like, there's stuff to do. You don't like, even though there is a grinding aspect to those updates, you do have to grind the event boss to get the tickets that you need. Even the most recent Halloween event that we had from last year, that one did not feel grindy. Like, it felt like people can just get on for like an hour and boom, they'll be caught up with everyone else. They don't have to feel like they have to play the game for 3 hours to get caught up. They can just get on for 30 minutes and boom, they have 10 tickets and they can waste those tickets. That I really like. I really like that. Like, keep doing that. Make the updates less grindy, make the updates less competitive focus, and make them more fun. That's all I gotta say. That's my opinion on it. That's what I think or how I feel about it. Make them less grindy, make them more fun. I'm not saying you can't have competitive updates or grindy updates. All I'm saying is mix those updates in with fun new features that players won't get tired of after a week. And I promise you, if you were to sit there and ask the community, they'll throw hundreds of ideas your way. And heck, be transparent with us. Be transparent with the community. If these updates that we're asking for are just too much or too impossible, please let us know. Don't keep us in the dark. Don't, ignore us, or don't say, oh, we don't want to do that. No, please just give us the details. Be like, hey, the game's coding is too old for stuff like that. Like, we'll have to rewire. We have to rescript the entire game to do this. We'll have to, just let us know if the update that we're asking for or the features that we're asking for is possible or not. Let us know. Don't just say we don't want to do it or just ignore us. Let us know. Be transparent so we can stop asking for the same things over and over and move on to stuff that is possible. But I don't know. I'm so passionate about this game. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, and please, developers, don't take this as me attacking. I love this game. I love your guys' work. I appreciate it a lot. I just want to see the game succeed. That's all I want. And heck, if I sound like a broken record or if I sound stupid for this, I guess I'm sorry. But I don't know. I've been thinking about it for months now, and I just really need to get it off my chest, because I do feel like if we had more fun updates and less updates to do with grinding and more updates to do with actual fun, we would see the player count skyrocket. We would see the community in a much, much better shape than it is right now. And that's just my personal opinion on it. But let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about it. That's why I also asked in the beginning of the video how you guys feel about World Zero. Just let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about the game? Everything that I just said is just how I feel about the game, but let me know how you feel. I want to read you guys' comments on this. I want to get you guys' ideas on this. And who knows, maybe developers might watch it and they might be like, okay, maybe there's something here that we should look at. Maybe there's something here that we should give attention to. Because at the end of the day, we're all human, right? We don't know what everyone wants. And I feel like these type of videos and these type of discussions would just help the community out a lot. It'll give an idea of what the general population wants, But yeah, it's been your boy Takeoi. That's basically it. Sorry that I pretty much went on a rant for 15 minutes. If you guys enjoyed this video, please, leave a like, subscribe. We're getting close to 2,000 subscribers. We're almost there. I'm so excited. Please hit that sub button because we are so close to 2,000. And also join a community. Join my community. I have a Discord link in the description below. If you guys are a part of the World Zero community or just the Roblox community in general, please join it because we're always looking to have new members. But yeah, it's been your boy Takeoi. Peace out.